I'm not even entirely sure what this video topic is about. Hey Spuds, how's it going? It's Jamie, welcome back to another video, your first video on our channel. I don't know, but welcome either way, I'm very glad to have you here. And today we are looking at bad cis anatomy. We look at bad women's anatomy on this channel. We look at bad trans anatomy. We even look at bad men's anatomy. But today is the turn of bad cis anatomy. It's mostly just irritated, upset, complaining cis people. Sprinkling of transphobia in there maybe. This is one of those videos where I'm not really sure what it is. It's just hopefully funny. But I'm just popping in quickly before we get started on the video to talk about today's video sponsor, Raycon. I've talked about Raycon multiple times on the channel before. You've probably heard me speak about them. They are my favorite little wireless earbuds. Literally the only pair I've ever stuck with using. Raycon offer wireless earbuds, which is what I have, headphones and speakers, all offering premium sound at affordable prices. You'll also get a comfortable, almost custom fit and up to 54 hours of battery life. It's also coming up to the festive season. Did you not know? Halloween is done. It's time for the festivities. And you might be thinking about getting gifts for those special people in your life. Last year, I was literally about to buy a pair of Raycon earbuds for my dad, and then he just went ahead and bought them for himself. But maybe you have people that will not just go and buy them for themselves, and you can buy them for them. And right now, what's made even easier is you can save 30% by shopping Raycon's holiday bundles. I personally like the look of the Audio Lover bundle because sometimes I like to mix it up between headphones and earbuds. So who doesn't need a pair of Raycons in their life? Whether it's for listening to music, catching up on your favourite podcast, or making important phone calls, or not so important phone calls, just any phone calls. You can now find Raycons in stores such as Kohl's and Walmart, but the best deal is to go online using my special link, buyraycon.com/Jammidodger, and save 20% off your purchase using the code EARLYBF. Or save even bigger and get 30% off Raycon's exclusive holiday bundles. There'll also be different deals popping up throughout the season, so I'll try and keep that little description box updated for you with the latest offers, or you can just go to buyraycon.com/Jammidodger to keep up to date with all the offers that are going on. And now on with the video. Thank you for listening. Let's go. Stop calling us cis. It's completely offensive. Don't expect us to use your pronouns if you're going to continue this offensive cis BS. We do not identify as the opposite of anything. We are biological men and biological women. Thank you. Bad understanding of what cis means. Cis is actually not the opposite of anything. We do not identify as the opposite of anything. Exactly. That's why you're cis, because your identity is not different to what you were assigned. Cis means on the same side as. Trans means on the other side of. Hence trans, cis being opposites of each other. If you're cis, you're not trans. If you're trans, you're not cis. Blah, 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 blah. Cis is just an easier way of saying not trans. And also a nice way of not othering trans people by saying like men and trans men. No, we have cis men and trans men, if a distinction is even required. I'm gonna take away your pronouns if you keep calling me cis, even though I am cis. We are biological men and biological women. Thank you. Oh, you are not welcome. I am not cis. Cis is a derogatory slur. I am not just another subset for men's gender identity fields. I am a woman. Hashtag respect my sex. You're a cis woman, or you're a trans woman. If you're not cis, then you're trans. Either way, you're a woman. Yeah, if you're a woman, you're a woman. If you're not a cis woman, then you're a trans woman. How is a Latin prefix a derogatory slur? Do people not realise it's used in literal, like, chemistry terms as well? It's not just gender. Ugh. If we have to respect other people's pronouns at all times, people should have to respect those who don't enjoy the cis pronoun. It's not a pronoun, it's a prefix. My confusion is over like, what is there to not enjoy? That's like saying that we have women and tall women, but we can't say short women because that's rude and it's a derogatory slur to call people short. Why do they think it's a pronoun? And what is this about, like, this whole reciprocation thing? Like, I'll only respect your pronouns if you don't call me cis, but it's not like people are going up to you and saying like, hello cis woman, nice to meet you. Please use my pronouns even though I called you cis. It's just a generalised category. People are strange sometimes. These are the people that say that the trans community are snowflakes and get offended easily. I wonder how trans people feel when someone they like is only into bio people. By bio people, are they trying to say cis? Because I'm pretty sure, seeing as we're all like living organisms, every human is biological in some way. I've never met a non-bio person. Just makes me think of washing tabs, like very non-bio. What is a bio person? Is that not just a human? If you're gonna say something offensive or try and have an argument against something you don't like, make sure you know what you're talking about and that you know what the words mean. There is only one definition of masculinity, which is having the qualities and appearance traditionally associated with men. Masculinity is having strength, both mentally and physically. It's being a protector. It's having the urge to compete, win, and succeed. It's standing tall and displaying strength to the world even when you're terrified. It's being a leader. It's having controlled aggression. Oh my god, it's a lot. This world needs strong masculine men and strong nurturing women, period. It's how we survive as a species. Doing it any other way puts us on track for doom. So if you are a gay man, be gay, but always display masculinity. That's so weird. If you are a man, you must be masculine. They don't go much into what women need to be, but strong and nurturing, I presume, period, is how we survive as a species, apparently. This is the only way to be if we want to continue overpopulating the planet. Ugh. But yeah, there really is a lot to masculinity. I didn't realise. I'm very glad I don't care about being masculine. People have some weird takes. Weak men create masculine women. Strong men create feminine women. I didn't know it worked like that. I've never heard of this. What constitutes as like a weak man, though? Are they talking like physically, mentally, personality-wise? There's not enough here. But I also didn't know that it worked like that. I've never seen this before. I have learnt something new about biology and passing on traits. And it almost feels like because they're pairing weak men with creating masculine women, there's nothing wrong with being a masculine woman. I don't know what kind of definition of weak they're talking about, but I suspect there's nothing wrong with what they're describing as being a weak man. Just seen a woman described as a fetus container. This was tweeted by a very well-known gender-critical transphobe, or TERF if you prefer that term. Don't you all describe women as people who can carry children? Yes, a fetus container is a rather unusual description. People who can carry children, not Tupperware. Interesting. Also, literally, TERFs do not like the term people who can get pregnant, or like people who have children or people who menstruate, because to them that is a woman's function, that they say that women are people who can do this and that's what makes them women, this biological function that not all cis women can do anyway. That's what makes a woman a woman. That's like the message they're pushing, all in the name of transphobia, just like shitting on feminism just to be transphobic. That's what it is. So I think like you can't really complain about fetus container when you are the one that boils women down as being just their genitals or their biological processes. No, doesn't work like that. He's a 10, but he uses pronouns. Yeah, then he's a -100. -100? Why? Because my man is mentally confused. He has no idea what he is. He's like basically like showing off his mental illness on Instagram. She used a lot of pronouns there. Does that make her a -100, or is it only men who use pronouns that are -100? She's gotten very confused by what pronouns are and what they symbolise. Pronouns aren't just a trans thing, but also then she's being transphobic and not very nice there. Oh, there's nothing wrong with using pronouns. Why does everybody have such an issue? Well, not everybody, but why do a group of people in the society have such an issue with pronouns? You want to put pronouns in your bio on Instagram, you do it. There's nothing wrong with that. No, women cannot get pregnant with legs closed. If your legs are closed, then your vagina isn't going to get enough oxygen to optimally function. Besides, you also need light, which you aren't going to get with your legs closed. That's just basic science. I don't even know what to say. You're not growing a plant. Wow, terrible. Also, cis women have natural testosterone. Well, yeah, because they're men. Oh, I think somebody got very confused. Cis women do have natural testosterone. I feel like the person replying thought that, like the cis woman, they meant trans woman, right? That's why I was like, well, yeah, because they're men. I mean, wrong anyway, but the presence of testosterone does not equal man. I don't know, that's just kind of how athletes look. The American swimmer, I've heard of her. Very male build. Maybe this individual should compete with the males. That's Katie Ledecky, a cisgender woman. Not only does all this bullshit about trans women in women's sport harm trans women, but it also harms cis women. There's been multiple instances in the States, in schools and stuff, girls who are good at sport and are competing very well are being accused of being trans girls because, oh, you can't possibly be that good at a sport as a cis girl. And they are cis, but even if they were trans, what's the problem? Like, it's rude either way. This is harming cis women as well. And it's becoming the case of like cis women who are at the peak of their careers and are doing great and are like winning Olympic medals. Suddenly, oh no, that can't possibly be a cis woman. They must be trans and therefore need to compete with the men. Oh, it's just so uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for both trans and cis women, and I don't understand why this is happening. It's just leading to the over-scrutinization of every woman. It's gross. If a man becomes sterile, he is, by definition, no longer a man. Do words not mean anything anymore? That's not how it works. I don't know what the angle would be with this. All I can think of is that it's like fighting so hard to prove your point. Maybe if like trans men aren't men or something because no sperm. Fighting so hard that you're now just like making shit up. Like, oh yeah, well like any man who can't produce sperm or has working sperm, they're no longer a man. Man equals working sperm. Sex is based off of gamete production. It is impossible to go from one to the other in humans. What about folks that don't produce gametes? Are they non-human? Which folks are you talking about? Because 50% of the world doesn't because they are gametes are reproductive cells, so sperm and eggs. So what about folks that don't produce gametes? That's people who have no testicles or no ovaries, right? Are they non-human? They got very confused. So I feel like they think sperm isn't a gamete, the eggs are the gametes, right? That's what they're going for. That is just very bad science, very bad anatomy. Oh dear. Man and woman have existed before humans walked the earth. Do you think they reread that before posting it? You can claim millions of years of biological facts magically don't exist to suit your narrative, but that only makes you delusional. So can you give a definition of a woman is yet? Or are you going to keep denying facts? I think they're the ones denying facts. Humans haven't been around for millions of years. I will Google the exact time length. Modern humans originated in Africa within the past 200,000 years. But a previous type of human, so not Homo sapiens, did emerge around 2 million years ago. Technically, they can have the millions of years claim, but it's not really the fully same species as modern humans today, but that's me being pernickety. I think we should just focus, not because the other bit disproves anything I'm saying, but the fact they've said man and woman have existed before humans walked the earth. How can you say something like that and think that it makes sense? People need to proofread their tweets. Pay attention to celebrity men wearing tight t-shirts. Obvious female breasts are routinely being passed off as male pectoral muscles. It's common and it's creepy. Michael Mando, aka Nacho, Better Call Saul. I increased brightness to make it easier to see, I hope. Really? Also, cis men can have gynecomastia. Doesn't mean they have female breasts. They're still men. Big pectoral muscles are not breasts. This is similar to the transvestigation thing, where people have a conspiracy that all celebrities are trans. Just like, yes, celebrity men with big pecs. No, they have breasts. Transvestigation. This is what I was talking about. The Rock, FTM. I'm trying to say The Rock is a trans guy. See, like, at least normally they base it really heavily on weird stereotypes and things like, oh, so-and-so cis woman celebrity is actually a trans woman because she has a squarer jaw. That's what they go on. I've seen ones about Mark Zuckerberg and they said, oh, he has narrow shoulders and wider hips. Like, it's horrible. And it's not accurate. At least you can see a minimal amount of logic in their thought processes. I mean, it's all illogical anyway, right? But do you get what I'm saying? But The Rock, what are they gonna write about The Rock? I don't understand. And that's not saying that trans guys cannot look like The Rock. I've seen many trans guys who are incredibly muscular and have that like Dorito figure and everything. It's just, what they are trying to say is like nitpick on tiny physical aspects about people to try and be like, this means that they are trans because this stereotypical thing, blah, blah, blah. But with The Rock. He's like the worst example to try and convince somebody that your completely batshit conspiracy theory has any credibility. I think we're done. I think that was the last one. And that's it for today's installment of Bad Cis Anatomy. I don't know why I did that. Yay, Bad Cis Anatomy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment down below. Think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And as always, I'll see you next time. Much love, and thank you for watching. Bye!